Hello everybody and welcome back to another Absolute Rust mod video. Today I'm going to be doing a demo functionality overview for PlayerSkins. PlayerSkins is a plugin I designed to give an administrator a couple of different ways to administer skins to players. It can be used as a tool just to let players select any skin they want and reskin any item at any time for no cost. It can be used to sell items with a skin for a price, and that price is in the form of skin tokens, and skin tokens can be purchased for economics or server rewards. And finally, players can select skins to put into their skin collection that they have to pay for, and they can then use those to reskin items. So let's go ahead and jump in. I literally just did a fresh config. I did a fresh load of the entire plugin. I went ahead and did it about 15 minutes ago because it does take about 15 minutes to load all the workshop images. You know, there's about, I don't know, 55,000 images or something like that. So I actually clocked it. I did it twice today. Both times it took between 13 and 16 minutes. So just be aware of that when you first load this, that's going to happen. Every load after that will load, within seconds, because it will not refresh workshop images. If you ever need to refresh workshop images, you just go ahead and type refresh skins in the console, and then again it's going to take about 13 to 15 minutes thereabout to get it done. So just be prepared for that. That is not abnormal. There is nothing I can do to speed it up. It's just a lot of information. I also recommend you download Storage Cleaner on Oxide. It's a plugin by KillU. It will go ahead and wipe old storage folders of data. Otherwise, you might find yourself with a lot of data being used up on your server. Because I don't know, I think it's like 50 gigs. I mean, it's just a ton of images. It's not 50 gigs. There's no way. But I've heard it's a lot of space. Anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to go ahead and open up the config file, and we're just going to jump through the options. And actually, yeah, before I even do that, the two chat commands that exist for the plugin are /skin and /skin shop. /skin is something that you actually do while you're holding an item. And you can see here it says you have not selected any preferred skins for this item. Use /skin shop to select some. So if we go in /skin shop, you can see we're on a home page. And then we'd select these to actually look at the skins. But you can see I do not have permission to use this command. So I actually don't have permission. I'd have to be given playerskins.allow or be an admin auth level 2 or have playerskins.admin permission. All this is in the overview, so just bear with me on chaoscode.io. So this segues right into the config options, so let's just go ahead and look at that. I'm going to bring it up right now. And here we go. Not too bad. So the first two options are directly related to the situation I'm in right now. I don't have access. I'm a player. How do I get access? Well, you can just make it a VIP thing. Only VIP players get access, and you give it. Or maybe you use these options, which is access cost, which is how much economics or server rewards points it costs to purchase access, and furthermore you have to allow purchase access to be true. So if this is false, this first option has it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't do anything. But if you set this to be true, then this is the cost. And basically what this does is I'm going to go ahead and set it to true. Reload here. Oh, and actually I've done this demo like 3 times today and had to keep deleting it, so I know better. If I'm going to use allow purchase access, I need a way to purchase something. So one of these two options is going to need to be configured. Either use economics or use server rewards. In my case, I'm using economics, so I'm going to set this to be true as well. So I've saved that. I'm now loading it back in, and I'm going to reload PlayerSkins. And now if we go back into Skin Shop, you'll see I still don't have access, but I have this nice big button here that says buy access to skins. If I click this, it's going to say, are you sure you want to purchase access for 10 economics? Yes. Boom, it gives me the permissions I need, and now I can go into the sections and see, you know, the different skins and do what I want to do. In this mode right now, the default mode basically, if I had just been given permission and the plugin was loaded default, I'd be able to just select anything I want. There's no cost, there's no ramifications, there's no limit, no nothing. I just select whatever I want. And if I was to close this and use an AK, I'd be able to reskin the item. That is the default behavior. Not the way I'd necessarily use it, but you know, to each their own. So let's look into some of the other options. So the next thing on here is ban items and ban skins. So that is something that I have in the config, so it's easy for you to go in and actually remove items or add them. But technically, you never need to really go in here and do that. You can do it all from within the game. So let me go ahead and demonstrate that. I'm going to very quickly give myself admin access. So bear with me a second. And that was too quick. And now if I go into, say, Bone Club, and I go into admin mode, I can hide all of the Bone Club if I want. And once I hide that, if I go out of admin mode, you can see Bone Club disappears. Bone Club's here. Bone Club disappears. I've literally hidden it so players cannot use it. I can also go ahead and ban individual items. And to the point, if I didn't have this banned anymore, now you'd see we have this skin and then the white. If I go out of admin mode, those are next to each other because the other ones are hidden. So that's what the banning of individual skins do, right? So let's see here. What else? Let's go ahead and, oh yes, and also there is a clear hidden list, so I can clear all of the ones I've banned. So let's just go ahead and ban some of these things, just so it's here. And then I'm going to unload. I have to unload the plugin for the config to get updated. I'm going to unload it, and I'm going to go ahead and open back up Notepad. And I'm going to open the config. And there's going to be some other stuff on here now too, but so here we go. So now under ban items and ban skins, I have some items here. So I could actually manually get rid of these if I wanted to, or I could go back in the game to get rid of them. But just to show you, this is where it's saved to, right? That's where it's saved to. So what else? Let's go to the next option here. Let me make it daytime so I could see. Used to this new console. All right. Looking back at our config. All right. So for whatever reason, we're now out of order, but whatever. So we talked about allow purchase access and access cost. I apologize that we're now out of sync, but whatever. And we talked about use economics and use server rewards. We talked about the ban items and ban skins. The next portion of this rolls into the second method of using this plugin. So right now we're doing it where everything's free. You just select all the skins you want and you can unskin stuff, right? Or reskin stuff, excuse me. So the second way to do this is to make people have to pay for it. So the first thing we want to do is we want to enable use skin tokens to be true. That is our payment system. That is what we use as tokens. Our new player tokens is basically every brand new player that joins your server doesn't have data saved for their name or their Steam ID. This is how many free tokens they're going to get. So default is 5. You can make it 1,000,000 if you want. And then finally, we're going to want to configure token cost. This is how many economics or server rewards points it's going to cost to buy one skin token, right? So each item, when you quote-unquote purchase the skin so you can use it, costs 1 skin token. So you want to do that ratio accordingly. So now we've got this done. Let's go ahead and save. Let's go ahead and hide our notepad. We'll go back in here. So skin shop again. Oops. What the hell's going on here? Oh, I put unload. Excuse me. I'll get there. So now if we go into, say, like bone knife, we have 5 skin tokens. If we go to unlock this, it's not going to tell us, are you sure you want to purchase this skin for a token? Yes. Boom, it takes one of our tokens and it gives us the item. We could purchase all of them. You know, maybe we purchase 5 of these. And we say, oh shoot, you know, we have no more tokens. Well, right down here, conveniently located on every page is buy tokens. You just literally click buy tokens. You say how many do you want to buy. Let's say 50. We have it configured at 10 points or economics per skin, or excuse me, per token. So 50 is 500. So it says, do you want to spend 500 economics for 50 tokens? Yes. It takes our 500. It gives us 50 tokens, and now we can keep buying more stuff. The rest of it functions the same, right? If we had a bone knife, I think it's under tools. No, it's a weapon. We go skin. All of our skins are here. None of this costs any money. We've already bought the skin, quote unquote. So now we can just use them. So that would be that. So let's go ahead and roll into the third method for using this plugin. So the third way to do this is to make items, actually you purchase the item with the skin on it. Okay? So to enable that, what we're going to do is we want to set on purchase give item disable skin command to true. You still need to have skin tokens enabled because it uses skin tokens for the cost per item, which rolls us into this section down here. Item price. So this should automatically add every item that's in the game to this list. And I don't know if this is every item. Oh, it's going to add every item that has at least 2 skins, I think. So this is every item that's in our skin list. And then you can set the number of tokens it requires to buy that item. So if we were to set a baseball hat to 5 and a bone knife to 10, again, we're going to save this. We're going to close our notepad, and we're going to reload. Got to say it out loud, otherwise I forget. If we go back into our skin shop, and we go to a bone knife, for example, if I go to do this, it says, are you sure you want to purchase a knife bone for 10 tokens? Yes. It's going to take 10 from us, which it did. And it's going to directly give us the item. So you don't have to deal with reskinning or anything anymore. Now you're just selling items. You want to sell a carrot bone knife, go for it. The other one we did was a baseball cap, so that one's listed at 5. If we go to any other item, you could see it's listed at 1, right? Because that was the default price. And again, if we were to buy that, we'd get our burlap cap. There it is. Okay, so that is the third and final option for how you can use the plugin. So free, let everyone get as much as they want, make people buy skins, then have to reskin them, or 3, use it as a shop and sell skinned items. So finally, there's a couple other options that you can mess with to kind of customize your experience. There is a UI color, there's a UI home button color, there's a UI color, there's a UI button color, and there's a home page image. Okay, so let's go ahead and just mess with all of them so you can see. So let's go ahead and you can just go to Google hex colors and look up any color you want. In this case, we'll just go ahead and we'll take black for one of our colors. We'll make the UI buttons black, and then we'll make the background I don't know, something else. How about green? So I'm getting a green color right now. I know you can't see it. And then finally, let's go ahead and get a background image. I have one here that I'm going to use, a new background image. And we're going to put that into our home page. Then we're just going to save all of that. And we're going to reload. Always changing config and reloading. So in the way it's going to read it. And then we're going to go skin shop. And there you go. We got black buttons we can't read anything on. We've got a green background, which shows on everything, right? And we have a home page that says custom background, and it's this beautiful brown image. The only thing that doesn't change in the UI is a few buttons, right? The selection color stays the same, the close button stays the same, but pretty much everything else changes, right? And actually, yeah, this is a good opportunity. Oh, geez. There you go. See? If only I had someone in my ear yelling, "Close the notepad." Every time. It gets me at least once. But yeah, you can see we've got a green background, we've got black buttons, and we have our custom background image, all that we just loaded. But what I was going to mention really quick is that at the top up here, our information has changed. It says click an image to buy the item with the skin, and that's because we changed our mode to purchasing the actual item. Okay, so this is supposed to be an area to give the player some additional information on how to use the plugin, because I know it can be cumbersome, and that's just one of the things that I've done to kind of change things up. So anyway, that's it in a nutshell. I hope people like it. I hope people use it. There's certainly a lot of purpose for it, but it's just if it fits in with your server and what you're trying to do. So anyway, happy rusting. Thanks for supporting chaoscode.io. Check out all my free work on Oxide. Check me out on YouTube at Absolute Rust. And as always, just thanks a lot and happy rusting. Thanks.